we're going to see regarding types of rotor system in torsional vibration. So there are totally three types of rotor system: single rotor system, two rotor system, three rotor system. Actually, rotor means it's a rotating one. It can be a disc or a gear. So we will be seeing one by one in detail. So first of all, we'll go for single rotor system. So in single rotor system, shaft will be fixed at one end, and at the other end, the rotor will be rotating. So rotor can rotate in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So what happens is when the rotor rotates or twists, then there would be a twisting moment created along the length of this shaft. So length of the shaft can be written as L or L1, anything we can write. So what happens here is the twisting moment will be maximum at the end of the rotor. So due to this rotation of the rotor or twisting of the rotor, what happens is twisting will be taking place, and this twisting will be maximum at the end of this rotor. When we look at the other end, that is the fixed end, there won't be any twisting moment itself. So actually the twisting will be maximum at the side of the rotor, and at fixed end there won't be any twisting itself. So what happens is there is a point, and this point is called as node. This is the point where amplitude of torsional vibration is 0, and we call this point as node, and the shaft remains unaffected by vibration. So just understand one concept, that is node is a point where vibration will be 0 in the shaft. So this node concept will be asked most of the times in university examination. So have a mark on this. So frequency of the single rotor system is given as 1 by 2 pi. That is, we know that the frequency for torsional vibration is given as 1 by 2 pi root of Cj by divided by Ia and La. So this A denotes the rotor A. So this is I means mass moment of inertia. So Ia means mass moment of inertia for rotor A. La means length of the rotor A. So just have a look at this diagram, and we will be seeing one by one. So just have a mark that the maximum twisting will be happening at the side of the rotor, and it can be represented as A, and this A will be representing amplitude, maximum amplitude. So next we will be seeing two rotor and three rotor system. So in two rotor system, what happens is actually one important point to note, that if both the rotors rotate in the same direction, if you just imagine if both the rotors are rotating in the same direction, means then there won't be any torsional frequency or torsional vibration. So ultimate thing of a two rotor system is both the rotors should be rotating in opposite direction. That is rotor A and rotor B. Just consider this as rotor A and this as rotor B. So rotor A should rotate in clockwise and rotor B should rotate in anti-clockwise. Then only we can get a node, single node. Then only we will be getting, then only the shaft will be twisting up, and we will be getting a point node. So this is the length of the shaft is L. So L is represented as LA plus LB. That is, we will be getting from this diagram LA. This point will be node where vibration will be 0. So total length of the equivalent shaft will be LA plus LB. We will be having a formula, set of formulas. Actually, previously we saw for rotor A, single rotor system, there we won't be getting any node. There we won't be getting any node at the middle of the shaft. We'll be having only one point there. But in case of two rotor system, we'll be getting a node at either middle or eccentric point of the shaft. And this point is the point where vibration will be 0. And the most important thing to note that in two rotor system, they will be giving two conditions. So first condition is both the rotors should rotate in opposite direction. So either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So then only we'll be getting a negative value as well as positive value. And this diagram can also be in vice versa also. Vice versa means here positive and here negative. Same while we'll be getting a node at the middle. So second condition is both the frequency of the rotor should be equal. So frequency of rotor A is equal to frequency of rotor B. So here we are having a formula for frequency of rotor A and frequency of rotor B, which we saw earlier. So it's similar, same thing which we derived from the which we also saw from the introduction to torsional vibration. So next one will be the three rotor system. So in three rotor system, we are having three rotors, right? So rotor 1, rotor A, rotor B, rotor C. And here what happens is, just imagine that A is rotating in clockwise and B should rotate in anti-clockwise, and C will be rotating in clockwise. That is, any two rotor can be rotating in the same direction, and third rotor should be rotating in opposite direction. If both the rotors which are nearby, so for example, just imagine if these two rotors are rotating in same direction, then we won't be getting any node here. So that is the purpose, that in middle rotor we are rotating in the opposite direction. So rotor A and rotor B should be in opposite direction. Rotor B and rotor C should be in opposite direction. Then only we will be getting a node here in between here and in between here. If it is a two rotor system, we will be getting only single node. If it is a three rotor system, we will be getting two nodes. So just have a mark on this. So formulas are similar to the previous one. So for rotor A and rotor C, it's very simple because we already saw that. So C actually denoting the modulus of rigidity, and J will be denoting the polar moment of inertia. I will be denoting the mass moment of inertia, and L will be the length of the shaft. So these things we saw already itself. So no need to worry about it. So frequency for rotor A and frequency for rotor C is same. Only thing we have to concentrate for frequency for rotor B. So before going that, just come back to the diagram itself. So we are having three rotors, and this is the shaft will be converted to equivalent shaft. So what happens is, the distance between rotor A and rotor B is L1, and distance between rotor B and rotor C is L2. So what happens once the twisting takes place, once the rotor rotates and twisting will be takes place, and will be getting two nodes between, I mean one node will be between rotor A and B, and another node will be between rotor B and C, because these two rotors and these two rotors are rotating in opposite direction. So if I want to get the frequency of rotor B, actually I want the frequency at this point, means we have to calculate in the similar way. That is, just write this small distance as LA. So this distance, this is the distance, this distance as LA, and this distance as LC. So this is the point distance from rotor A, write it as LA. So this point distance from the point rotor C, so write as LC. So distance between this point and center of the rotor B will be L1. We have already wrote, right? So just have a look at this. Distance between rotor A and rotor B will be L1. If I want the distance between here, means then I have to subtract L1 from LA. So I have to subtract LA from L1. So L1, so total distance is L1. I need to subtract this portion. So L1 minus LA. So similarly, if I want the distance between these two points, means then I have to subtract LC from L2. So this distance will be, total distance is L2. I'm going to subtract this particular distance LC. So L2 minus LC. So this is the point where I want to determine the frequency. So same way, formula is same for all the three, that is just small variation. So frequency of for rotor B 1 by 2 pi is same, root of Cj by Ib is same. Only thing is, in length alone will be varying. Since length is in denominator, I am writing it as 1 by L1 minus LA. That is, if I want the length of B, means this is the length of B. Just imagine, guys, this is the length of B. So L1 minus LA plus L2 minus LC is equal to length of B, LB. So since it's in denominator, if I want to get into numerator, means I'm just writing as 1 divided by L1 minus LA plus 1 divided by L2 minus LC. So I hope these formulas are very much clear. In case if you have any doubts, means you can type it in the comment section. please do subscribe to my channel Mechanical Motivator and press the bell icon. Then only you will be getting all the videos which I upload. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.